El Hierro is the westernmost island in the Canary Islands archipelago, located in the central Atlantic off the coast of Africa. This archipelago, made up of 7 islands and a group of islets, is part of Spain and the European Union. It has a total area of 7,447 square kilometers and a population of 2 million. El Hierro, covering 269 square kilometers and with 11,200 inhabitants, is the smallest and least populated of the Canary Islands. In 2000, UNESCO declared El Hierro a Biosphere reserve, making it one of the first reserves of the new millennium. Since then, we have aimed to contribute to the network through our experience in sustainability, something that has been integral to life on the island throughout the history. Our Sustainable Development Plan for the island dates back to 1997 and is based on a model of differentiated and self-driven growth. Describing El Hierro is not as simple as you might imagine, considering its size. At an approximate age of 1 million years, it is the youngest island in the archipelago with ongoing volcanic activity. We experienced an episode of underwater volcanic activity off the southern coast hardly 2 years ago. El Hierro is a mountain that rises almost 5,000 meters above the ocean bed, reaching a maximum altitude of 1,505 meters above water. The relief of the island is very rough and has been created in 3 major landslides that have created El Hierro's characteristic truncated star shape. The island is dry with wooded peaks and extensive pastures, with herding and grazing as the traditional occupations. The landscape is marked by towering cliffs in the interior that resulted from these major landslides, the most imposing being the region known as Valle del Golfo. El Hierro boasts of a well-conserved natural environment and enormous biodiversity, with a substantial number of endemic species for its small size. It is a habitat with pleasant climate and beautiful landscapes. But these very conditions also pose a great challenge to human development on the island. The traditional economic activity has been the key in preserving the natural beauty of the island. In the light of development in the last third of the 20th century, El Hierro has clearly chosen a path where sustainability and conservation go hand in hand. This will was further strengthened when the island was named a Biosphere reserve. We have chosen to center development on the island around the concept of sustainability, making us an authentic laboratory for the sustainable development of small islands. We have based our actions towards achieving a series of goals. 100% renewable island, 100% recycling island, 100% organic island. These 3 broad axes also provide a targeted response to the pressing challenges that biosphere reserves have to address according to the Madrid Action Plan. The hydro wind power plant, which will enter into use this year, will solve the problem of discontinuity, one of the shortcomings of renewable energy, by combining wind and hydraulic energy. It will serve as a model for islands that are looking to achieve energy independence with a zero carbon footprint, moving towards a new low-carbon economy in the face of climate change. The sustainable provision of ecosystem services consists of 4 categories and specific applications: supporting, with the aim of recycling all organic material to close nutrient cycles; provisioning, towards 100% organic cultivation; regulation, through the implementation of natural purification plants for residual water; and cultural, exemplified by the religious celebration of the descent of the Virgen de los Reyes. This procession is a tradition that has been kept alive for 3 centuries and follows a historic path through the peaks of El Hierro. Lastly, we have also controlled urban development while maintaining the rural habitat as a symbol of the island's identity and its landscape. El Hierro aspires to be an active island in the fight against climate change, with energy that produces 0 emissions of greenhouse gases and sustainable mobility by promoting electric vehicles. It is also looking to create its own model of energy governance, as the Cabildo Insular, the governing body of the island, is part owner of the Corona del Viento hydro wind power plant and is going to ensure that it is the people of El Hierro that reap the benefits of this project. El Hierro is working towards achieving the status of zero waste island by preventing waste that ends up in landfill, closing cycles and improving waste sorting at source, while also incentivizing a green economy. The first cycle that has been closed is with respect to used vegetable oil. El Hierro has the largest biodiesel production plant in the Canary Islands, which transforms used vegetable oil collected from commercial establishments and homes on the island. In this way, the fleet of vehicles under the Cabildo del Hierro runs on a fuel that is less polluting, and this also prevents a highly contaminating residue from entering our aquifers and rich marine waters. Another ongoing initiative is the separate collection of organic waste, within a modern waste management model that prevents waste from ending up in landfill. The composting facility in the island's environmental complex will provide farmers with high-quality fertilizer and will drastically reduce the amount of organic waste that goes to landfill. Locally produced compost is the first step towards making organic farming the norm. El Hierro aims to make its agriculture and animal husbandry organic, not only to improve the quality and sales of its products, but also to reduce the environmental impact on conventional agriculture. The ultimate goal is to promote a quality economy based on agriculture and animal husbandry, making these sectors contributing factors in the development of the island by improving the sales and marketability of the goods produced in the Biosphere Reserve. The Cabildo del Hierro has set up a greenhouse for young farmers, as a sort of laboratory where they can experiment and strengthen their know-how, and also develop market penetration strategies for organic fruit and vegetables. They also receive guidance and technical support with respect to environmentally friendly farming. As part of this focus on the primary sector, El Hierro has also implemented a project for cloud water harvesting, in order to improve and increase the supply to water deposits, used for forestry and herding activities in the high-altitude regions of the island. It represents a sustainable and renewable model for water supply. This project draws its inspiration from Garoe, or the Holy Tree, one of the landmarks of El Hierro. This tree collects moisture carried by the trade winds, which would then collect in a set of basins, thus making it one of the main sources of water of the island for the indigenous population of that time. The new cloud water harvesting system will employ three-dimensional cloud catchers at 3 stations in order to estimate future provisioning capacity. In a small area of 1.5 square meters, each cloud catcher can produce 1,000 liters a day. It is an excellent alternative to desalination, which is a costly process, and it also does not pose problems in terms of elevation, as water can be directly harvested in high-altitude areas and does not have to be pumped up from coastal desalination plants. Alongside these 3 basic axes, El Hierro as a sustainable island is also developing another set of initiatives. Its unique model of tourism is based on the responsible use of natural and cultural resources, with low-impact activities and a large part of available accommodation in rehabilitated rural houses, built in the island's traditional architectural style, complemented by a network of hiking trails that cover the entire island. Publicity for this model is mainly derived through eco-sport events like the Open Photosub, a prestigious underwater photography competition held in the waters of Mar de las Calmas Marine Reserve, an international paragliding meeting, the mountain bike race Magma Bike, or the ultra-trail Isla del Meridiano trail running marathon. A further initiative is the creation of an island connected by new technologies. The first smart island in the world with a Wi-Fi network consisting of 20 free access points all over the island. This allows visitors to access El Hierro Te Sigue application, which indicates the location of the Wi-Fi access points and also the main attractions of the island. Even at the El Hierro Biosphere Reserve, we have made new technologies part of our management model, and we have joined the Biosphere Smart Network, where we share our experiences in fighting against climate change, green economy and sustainable development. Within this framework, we have developed the El Hierro Biosphere Reserve Observatory. The observatory is a digital window to information around the reserve. It aims to provide information about the functioning of the reserve, especially through a series of indicators, and in this way act as a space for reflection. Furthermore, the observatory is following a strategy of information and communication as per the Madrid Action Plan, thus facilitating the exchange of information about our reserve and contributing to disseminating the message of the network of biosphere reserves. Currently, El Hierro is an international point of reference as a sustainable island. We will be hosting the RENISLA 2014 international meeting to bring together the experiences of islands and regions following a 100% renewable energy model, with the aim of promoting this concept in other biosphere reserves and also World Heritage Sites, further deepening the commitment to fight against climate change. The El Hierro Biosphere Reserve is looking to the future with an integrated strategy, based on energy independence from renewable sources and complemented by a program of zero waste, sustainable mobility, organic farming and animal husbandry, responsible tourism and 100% connectivity, all the while coupled with the preservation of the island's profoundly valuable traditions and culture, and the intelligent use of new technologies. Our mission as a biosphere reserve is to convert this small volcanic island in the central Atlantic into a location of excellence in sustainability. We want to prove that using local resources intelligently lays the foundation for human development with a high quality of life based on respecting the natural and cultural values that we have inherited from our ancestors, and that we will pass on, hopefully in an improved state, to our successors.